He doesn't just watch the market, he is the market. People give him equity out of respect. In his last life, he was himself.
Welcome to the Wealth Mindset with
He is the most knowledgeable man in the world.
Monday morning, I hope you're having a productive new wealth creation.
I don't always invest, but when I do,
as always, the goal is to help you
stay
walk
dangerous, my friends.
mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. To take the thing. Welcome to the Wealth Mindset with JD Garnier. Listen, I hope you're having a productive week in your wealth creation. And as always, my goal is simple: to help you walk in wealth, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. To take the things that God has already given you and use those to create a life of purpose, so that wealth is more than just what you acquire. Wealth is who you become. You are the wealth. It's not your investments. It's not your real estate. It's not your business. It's you. And before you have any of those things, you have a unique and specific set of talents, abilities, gifts, ideas, habits, disciplines, and inclinations that form the basis of everything that you do in this world. And once you tap into that, you build wealth in your life. So again, you are the wealth. Listen, man, we doing morning motivations live throughout the week, Monday through Friday. And, my goal is to give people just some life nuggets, some life jewels that you can take with you, as you go out into the world. Success is hard, man. Listen, it is very, very difficult. People will trick you into thinking that success is easy, right? You just go online and you see people enjoying lives and it looks like success. But for the people who are truly successful, you have to look at the foundation. You have to look at what they've built. You have to look at what they've created, and you have to look at the work that they put in behind the scenes, right? The cultivation that they put in before the tree bears fruit. And, a lot of times when you're in that middle phase of pursuing a goal, right? You haven't seen the benefits, you have not reaped the rewards. A lot of times that period can be very frustrating because you don't have any identifiers to tell you whether or not you're actually successful. You don't even know if you're on the right path. You're just being moved towards something, but you have not reaped the benefits. You have not reaped the fruits of what all of your work at this point. And a lot of times in that, when this is people, a lot of times that people up, but they don't have the tangible proof of their success, right? If we look on social media, there's no shortage of people that are showing tangible proof. We don't know if it's real or not. People showing their cars, showing their vacations, showing their houses, showing all of the things that they buy as evidence that they are actually successful. But when you're pursuing something on your own, those things are not going to tell you whether or not you're successful. And you get to those things before the money starts coming in, you need evidence to know that you are on the right path. And so today, I want to talk about how to know when you're winning. How do you know when you're winning? If you haven't reached the finish line yet, you haven't seen the success yet, you have not gotten the tangible evidence that you have reached your goal, how do you know when you're winning? How do you know that you're supposed to keep going? What evidence do you have, or what encouragement or motivation do you need to keep moving forward, to keep trying, right? And so the first thing that gives you an indication that you're winning is whatever you're doing in life, right? I don't care if you're starting a business and you're trying to make that successful. If you're pursuing a specific profession, right? You're trying to become a lawyer or a doctor or engineer, and you're on a path for your education, right? If you have a skill or a trade and you have goal in mind, if you're an investor or an entrepreneur and you're trying to get to a certain level financially, whatever it is that you're doing, right? The first way to know that you're winning is you get fulfillment out of the process. You fulfilled, right? Whether you getting paid or not, whether you results or not, you get fulfillment out of doing what you do. You trying to change your body and you working out every day, it's gonna take months for you to actually see muscle definition, right, forming into your body. It's gonna take months. But this is how you know you're winning before you actually see the change in your body. You get fulfillment out of just going through the process. You get fulfillment out of just going to the gym. You get fulfillment out of doing the workout, even when you don't see the results. When you don't see the results and you are still fulfilled with the work, that's a sign that you're winning. That's a sign that you're winning, because that's what it's going to take. When you can go to the gym, do everything that you're supposed to do, push your body to its absolute limit, and then you go home and you don't see the difference. You got to have patience. But that is an indication that you're on the right path, because you did what you're supposed to do without looking at anything. I always love speaking to people, right? I wanted to be a public speaker. But even before I got paid for it, I knew I was on the right path when I spoke to a group of people and I was fulfilled for delivering the message. I was comforted just for being able to encourage or to motivate somebody, even though I wasn't getting paid for it. That's how you know you're winning, because you're doing something that is aligned with your purpose, filled with just a task. Even if you don't get a benefit from it, even if you don't get credit, even if you don't get the accolades, your fulfillment is coming from within. Right? That is a key indicator that you are on the path to success. So if you're not seeing the result at this point, don't get discouraged. Right? Don't get discouraged. Don't get down on yourself. Right? You can't give up yet. It's very, very difficult. Success is not easy. Success is not about how hard you strike a nail, but how willing you are to consistently hammer away. You hitting the nail one time is not going to do anything, but the consistency of hammering away is what gets the job done. And when you can do that without getting the credit accolades, that is an indication that you're winning. That is an indication that you're on the right path. Now, secondly, if you're trying to know that you're winning, this is another indication. When you are progressing in life and whatever it is that you're doing, and you get a whole new set of problems. When you are trying to do something and next thing you know, you find yourself with a whole new set of problems that you didn't have before. You have things coming at you in your business that you never experienced, right? Issues or problems coming at you in your profession that you never went through. You having muscle soreness and muscle aches that you didn't have before. That is an indication of growth. That is an indication of success. You're on the right path because now you find yourself in a situation of development. You're in an area which you've never been before. You're progressing in a way that you've never progressed before. Right? You're developing in a way that you've never developed before. And so now you find yourself with a whole new set of problems. You find yourself with a whole new set of issues that you never found before. And you think that's a bad thing. I got all these problems. That is an indication of growth and success. When you find yourself in a situation or circumstance where you have a new set of problems that you never experienced before, that you don't know how to solve, that you didn't think were going to manifest themselves, that's an indication of growth and success. Because now you're in situations that you've never been in before. And so now you begin to develop. Muscle soreness that you never felt before, that is a clear indication that you worked muscles that you've never developed before. And so now that you're developing those muscles, you got a whole set of problems, right? You got a whole new set of issues because you are developing things that have not been developed. That is a sign and indication of success. So when you have these new problems, don't look at them as problems. Look at them as opportunities. Look at them as indicators, right? Don't let the new issues and problems in life convince you to quit. You can't give up. You can't give up. And listen, the third way to know how you're winning is other people see you winning before you see it. Other people are going to notice the change in development in you before you notice it. They're going to see the discipline and consistency. They're going to see, right, the effort and the work that you're putting in. They're going to see your commitment. Other people are going to notice a change in you before you notice it. They're going to see that your focus has shifted. They're going to see the small progress that you're making. People are going to notice it before you notice it. And they're going to see it in you. See, we keep looking for validation to come to us, but you're not always going to get the validation, right? You have to be focused on your purpose, at the task at hand, and doing what you're supposed to do, but you're not always going to get the validation. But other people will notice your work, your commitment, and your efforts. I remember one season when I was playing college basketball, and they had this underclassman who was coming on the team. In his first year, he was a bench warmer, right? He didn't get any playing time. You know, his body hadn't developed. He was kind of scrawny. But the summer after that, his first season, I remember seeing him in the gym every day. He was probably shooting 500 to 1,000 jump shots a day. I seen him working out in the gym. We would get there to work out. He was there before us, right? We leaving to go get something to eat and hang out. He's still there after us. I watched his commitment. I saw him develop. I know him before he did. Even when he would come to practice and doing all of that, it wasn't the beginning. It wasn't translating on the court, right? But I noticed his effort and commitment. I saw the little progress, even if he was still frustrated. And by that next season, he was our sixth man and one of the best players on our team. But you're not always going to notice your own efforts, but people will notice it. And so, you know, the whole point of this message, honestly, is you can't get discouraged. You cannot get discouraged. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, you just got to do it. Whatever it is God told you to do, you just got to go out and do it, right? You got to go out and build it brick by brick. And each brick by itself is inconsequential. Each brick that you lay by itself is not that important. But as they start to stack and build on top of one another, those bricks become connected and they all become meaningful and they all get you to the point of building the foundation and building whatever goal or dream that you have for yourself. But you have to do it brick by brick. Each brick is a phone call, is a relationship, is an effort that you make. And by itself, it means nothing. But as you are consistent, those things build and develop themselves so that one day you wake up and you done built the whole house. Your goal is accomplished. You have achieved what you set out to do, but you cannot quit, and you have to know when you win it. Y'all have a good Monday. I'll see y'all next time. Wealth Mindset.
If God is for us, then who is against us? Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot. Buy back your block, real estate and stocks. Stack what you got, hold down your spot. Strike while you hot and think the man up top. Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot. Buy back your block, real estate and stocks. Stack what you got, hold down your spot. Strike while you hot and think the man up top. Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot. Buy back your block, real estate and stocks. Stack what you got, hold down your spot. Strike while you hot and think the man up top. Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot. Buy back your block, real estate and stocks. Stack what you got, hold down your spot. Strike while you hot and think the man up top.
Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot.